in the 60s and 70s, black families were good until they start. Well, in the 50s and 60s, when they started implementing the welfare program, what happened was they ended up taking the black man out of the home. And he's saying that's what took over. That's why he doesn't want to pay, because you gave us welfare, but the welfare said you couldn't keep the black man in the home. But when put him back in the home, and we don't have to worry about all of this shit.
Right. But when you condition people after so long, they're going to depend on it no matter what. And yeah, they could have. The government has just always been the bad guy on this, because they could have made welfare programs to where says, okay, I'm going to give you this welfare, but this black man, he's got to be involved with apprenticeship. He's got to be involved with something that's going to put him in a position to where he can get a job. But then again, when they created all this racism between white and blacks, guess who we got to go get a job from? Guess who black men got to go get a job from? And so it's like, and that was the thing. They would prefer to give a job to a black woman than they would to the black man. And now you got the black woman as being the head of the household, and when they got to go through all the rigmaroles and the stress of being in the labor force, now you having less kids. Now you can take a look, because if you see these so-called educated and what do you call it, the women, black women that has careers, they have no kids or less kids. You can't have it. You can't have both. So they totally messed up the black families, period. So Charlie was probably saying it based on his knowledge, but there is another way to look at it, because he just didn't have those type of people that could actually help him understand it better. I don't think he was going any. He's only speaking from his education, but if he would talk to somebody who's actually experienced and has seen it, then he
hate the motherfuckers that get on there and act like they know what niggas is going through and never been in that situation.
But he got the platform.
Like them type of niggas.
You ain't got no black men that have the platform to be able to go in and speak on. Ain't no black Charlie Kirks no more. You talk to the youngsters, they coming up, and if you talk about black history to them and talk about Martin Luther King, do you want to be like that? They say, hell no, I don't want to be like that, because I'm going to get shot. That's the first thing they tell you.
There was a lot of clips of him speaking and dialoguing with black men and women that were very respectful and very on point and gave them the points to talk. So that's what I'm saying. Is like, yo, bro, listen, they spin it, Sin, and that's why when Donald J said the news is fake, that's where we get it from. You got to remember, back in the 60s, Nixon and those guys put out that they wanted to vilify the black man and make him. That's why, they showed the video, the movies, they showed the black man walk by and they locked the door. Like, they wanted you to be scared, and that's the same. They're doing the same tactics they've been doing
for a long
so would you take advice in a motherfucker telling you how to box and fight and never fought before, just been a trainer all his life?
I don't.
Never get in the ring.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't. Telling you what you doing wrong, and he don't have that experience.
Go ahead, Sid. He's an asshole. Go ahead, Sid. He's an asshole.
He's speaking from his perspective, and that's fair. But the fact of the matter is, I think what they're saying is correct. Charlie was speaking about the system, and it goes all the way back to LBJ when he said he'd have Black America, and he said it pretty nasty.
Say what he said.
He said, "I'm gonna have voting fucking Democrat for 100 years," and to his credit, it worked.
Give them jobs, you buy votes. Go ahead.
That's what he said. So but in doing that, he took the man out of the home, and now you see that today in fighting the patriarchy and all the stuff. All these single women, we don't need men. It broke down the family from the inside.
Big time.